Så skal vi se at kugle det lidt. Vi har fået gæster i studiet. Vi har lovet 3 rum, men i aftens løb er det blevet til 1. Welcome, Sonic, from Spaceman 3.
Hi, how you doing?
How are you here? You just came back to Earth from the space.
Yeah, just landed.
Sonic synger og skriver de fleste af sangene i det engelske band, der hedder Spaceman 3. Sonic, tell me, how come that a record so special as yours could get so high in the charts?
Yeah, I think that's a good question. We've built up a strong following over the last 7 years. The band's been going for 7 years. This is like our 3rd studio LP, and there's been obviously 4 12-inches and some live records as well. So we've really just built up over the years. We never really had much help from the press in England, and in some ways they worked against us. We never had any radio exposure at all in England. So it's really just been from our own hard work and gigging around, and the reputation of the music. People seem to be satisfied with it.
But you would agree it's very special music. It's not chart music.
It's unusual because, like you say, most of the stuff in the charts is so unexceptional. It's dross, a lot of it. So, yeah.
Sonic, would you agree if I say that you are a neo-psychedelic band?
Yeah, I would. The only thing that I would say is that different people have a different definition for psychedelic.
What's your definition?
My definition is music that really, its main aim should be to affect the mind, to really affect the third eye and be able to induce feelings through the brain. A lot of our music is the idea of a lot of it is to reproduce feelings and emotions through sound, so people can hear that sound and feel the emotion.
Sonic, I just explained to the listeners, while listening to the music, you look as though you were 200 universes away from here.
2,000 light years away. Yeah.
You said before that you think there's a revolution going on. Actually, it's one of the words printed on your album, and you explained it's a drug revolution.
Mm-hmm.
How's that?
Well, I'm not. I certainly. This is the first time I've ever been to Denmark, so I'm not sure it really applies so much. But certainly to England, and I think to Germany and other places in Europe as well. There's quite a movement of, like you say, neo-psychedelic bands, but not bands which are particularly. They don't want to be like psychedelic bands of the past. They want to be themselves. And these people tie in with. There's a lot of people in the UK at the moment taking drugs, and specifically ecstasy, MDMA, which is a new psychedelic drug, a designer psychedelic drug, but a very what's the word? A very usable psychedelic drug. It doesn't have bad side effects, and it isn't as dramatic as most psychedelic drugs like LSD, for example, which can be quite a jarring experience. So people are basically finding themselves and bettering themselves through drugs like MDMA, and there's a whole atmosphere surrounding that, and a lot of bands, different types of bands, which are all joined together through that.
Sonic, I don't know much about ecstasy. Is it like you don't get dependent on it like
no,
you do on heroin?
It's not an addictive drug, no. I think ecstasy is not a good name for it, because it certainly isn't ecstasy. To say that it induced ecstasy wouldn't be true. MDMA is probably a better name for it, because it doesn't imply expectations. But
how does it work?
It's basically, the drug was originally developed for use in psychotherapy, where it basically breaks down barriers between people, and they become very open towards each other and very receptive towards each other, in a kind of sexual way, but it isn't really a sexual drug, but it has very much that kind of I think it kind of it makes you, it gives you a feeling that you really feel a lot of warmth and love for people, even though it isn't particularly in a sexual way. I mean, there are other sides to it. It's also it's a very good drug for sort of parties and stuff, because it really breaks down barriers like perhaps alcohol does in some ways, although it doesn't take away some of your senses, which alcohol does, of course, and it really dulls your senses. In fact, in a lot of senses, alcohol is probably more dangerous and numbing and addictive than even heroin. But the way our society perceives it in Europe is that alcohol is a perfectly acceptable drug, and most other drugs aren't, which is another thing which a lot of our songs are about, and Revolution is about. I mean, even drugs like hashish, which have been proved over the years to be totally harmless, people who smoke this drug are still persecuted in most of Europe.
Is it illegal?
In England?
Yeah.
MDMA, yes it is, yeah.
But do you advocate the use of ecstasy?
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, I think I believe that people should have the freedom to use any drugs. Really, I think that making drugs illegal doesn't actually solve any problems. Most of what are considered to be the problems associated with drugs like heroin, cocaine, LSD, ecstasy are mainly brought about by its illegality, and the fact that people who use this are forced underground and are really left open, very vulnerable to mafia, black market type people. I think there will always be drugs like heroin, cocaine, LSD. They've been illegal for a long, long time. They've never stopped the traffic of those drugs. It seems to make more sense to actually decriminalise them, so people aren't becoming criminals and being alienated by society for something which isn't actually something which alienates them. Which is, once again, back to our spaceman thing. We really felt that we were alienated from our own society because of how we chose to live our lives, and yet there's nothing degrading or disgusting about what we do. I mean, we're not perverts or anything. We're normal people, you know.
Well, Sonic, this is Revolution, the last song we're going to hear from your album. Is this written under the influence of ecstasy?
No, it wasn't. No, but I think it was under the influence. No, I wasn't actually particularly on any particular drug when I wrote this song, but it was influenced by drug experiences. Yeah.
I'm sorry we didn't have anything more exciting to give you than a couple of completely legal cigarettes. I hope you have a good concert tonight.
Thank
you for coming here. Oh, here's a Revolution.